Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on integers, addition and multiplication worksheets. Now here I have a few slides just to help us with some practice on the number line with respect to addition and subtraction of integers. So let's use the above number line for these questions. So here we have 6 very straightforward questions, and they're very similar to the lesson on this topic. Okay, so if you want to go to the lesson on this topic, at the end of the video there's a little link and you can click on that and that'll take you to the lesson. That's if you're not sure what to do. So those first 6 there, we can use that number line without any problem. Now remember, when we do addition we move to the right, when we do subtraction we move to the left. So here we have a few more examples, very straightforward. Now here's an interesting one with question 9 here, because remember, with respect to negative numbers in particular, we're trying to understand how they apply in real life, that is in the real world. Now I did some of these in the lesson, so what we'd like to do here is give a practical example in words to explain the meaning of example 8 in real life. So just look at those there and make up a worded problem to explain the meaning of this in real life. If you think about it, we'll be able to do it. I might give you a little hint. Let's start, for example, with temperature. That's one way it could be done. Okay, so let's pretend we're going to explain the meaning of this one here with respect to temperature. So we've got another 2 examples there, and we can answer those using the number line. So let's move to the next slide. So I've repeated the number line here just to make it straightforward for you so you can actually see it. There's another basic example. So after you've done this one, give a practical example in words to explain the meaning of example 12 in real life. Okay, so just have a think about how you could explain what's going on here in real life. Then we can use the number line to solve that. Now we have number 15, 9 minus 4 plus 3. Now I've given you a little hint here about the scenario. Give a practical example for transactions in a bank account for example 15. So specifically, pretend that this is explaining something about money in a bank account. Explain in words how this would operate. Then we have this basic sum here, and as with respect to this sum here, give a practical example for sea level to explain the meaning of question 16 in real life. Okay, so we've done some examples in the lesson on sea level. Let's see what we can come up with in words to explain what's happening here. Now remember, I'll give you a hint. 0, when you see 0, that is actually sea level. Now this is a very interesting one here. We have a worded problem, so let's have a look at it. A bird hovers 3 meters above the water level, which is above sea level. It then dives 4 meters below sea level to catch a fish. Finally, it comes up to float on the water to eat the fish. Represent the above situation using integers. So here's a perfect example which involves positive and negative numbers to do with sea level. A great practical example. See if you can represent that using integers. So this video has presented a few slides to give us some practice in adding and subtracting integers on a number line, and we've looked at some very interesting everyday examples where this can be applied to real life.